Hello everyone, welcome back to Simright Fashion Academy YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial on this channel. So today's tutorial will be looking at how to make this beautiful couture dinner dress on the thumbnail. So right here you can see I have my front and back pattern. This is my front pattern because we are drafting both the front and the back pattern as it is right there on the thumbnail. So the front pattern is my basic bodice. I have the shoulder line on my basic bodice. I have my chest, bust point, under bust and waist. The same thing, I have my chest and my waistline. So if you have been following Simright Fashion Academy YouTube channel, by now you should be familiar on how to make the basic bodice perfectly. But if you don't know how to make it, we have a detailed video on this channel on how to make a basic bodice. So we'll be jumping right into this tutorial. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this every day. Like this video, share to family and friends, and drop your comments and your suggestions on the comment section below. So we want to start up right away with the drafting. So what I have here is my natural neckline. This is my natural neckline, which you use your bust divided by 12 to achieve. So on my shoulder, I've already imputed my shoulder and slanted my shoulder by 1 inch. So all I'm going to do now is to place my pattern my tape on the point of the shoulder seam line, and I'm going to divide this by 2. So we always do this, and I believe you know that is the right thing to do. So once I've done that, I'm going to connect directly to the bust point. Okay, so after that, the next I want to do is to take my bust contour line all around my bust radius. This is my bust point and this is my under bust. My bust point, my under bust point, and my waistline. So from here, I have 3.5. I'm going to rotate my 3.5 all around, okay? Like I always emphasize, if you want to know how exposed your pattern or your dress is going to be on your body or your client, you need to do what I'm doing right here. So as you are drafting, you'll be able to know whether you are eating into the bust or not. So I've made my bust radius. So the neckline we are making right here is a plunge neckline. Okay, it's a plunge neckline because the yoke will run all the way to the waistline. So, and we also have a mandarin collar, that is a high neck collar or turtleneck collar on it. So since I'm making use of a turtleneck collar, I'm not going to tamper with what I have right here. Okay, so another thing I can do, if I don't want my turtleneck to choke, from my natural neckline I can just come down by 0.5. okay, that is if you don't want it to choke your clients. Okay, because sometimes after making the turtle neckline, if you are not careful, you notice it chokes because it's too high and touching the neck. So if you do this, you are good to go. Okay, from the natural neckline you can come down a little, but since you are working with two fabric always sag. Okay, they have that sagging effect. So if you are working with two, please don't do what I'm doing right here. In fact, let me just cancel it. This is supposed to be meant for when you are making use of fabric, thick fabric like Ankara, cotton, you know, and all that. But since you are working with two, I will work with this, because if you have to cut on this line, you might have it drop more than you expect. Okay, so I will go by my natural neckline for my turtleneck collar. So after that is done, the next we want to do is to start creating the neckline. So the neckline, because this is a couture dinner dress, usually couture dinner dresses, the neckline are built on the bust area, then and they are embellished. So this is what I'm going to do. The neckline we have the plunge neckline we have from the center front right here, I'll be going in by 0.25, so that when you open this part you'll be having 0.5 inch. But it all depends on you. It depends on how wide you actually want that area to be. Okay, so then I'll come on the chest line and I'm going to measure 1.5. So once I open on the center front, I'll be having 3 inches. So you can see my mark right here and my mark. And here from the bust point, I'm going to place my tape on the bust point and measure exactly what I have on this line on my bust radius. So this is the continuation of my bust radius. So I'm going to connect this line, this line, and this line. So I'll be placing my pattern ruler like this. First, I will want to get what I have here, because if I want to go right like this, I might not actually get it, but I'll just try to see if I can get something closer. Okay, so I have something a little closer, but that not that close. Okay, so I have to, you know, go by what I have. All right, so it's okay. So what this means, because I actually need my curve ruler to run all the way from the chest line, and I think it's better like this. So what this means is that from the chest line I have to go in, okay, by more than 1.5, which I took before, like a quarter, 1 1/4, that is 1/3. All right, so once I've created that neckline, next I'm going to place my pattern ruler to run all the way to the armhole, so we will not have need to replace our darts. Okay, so we've talked about when to replace our dart and when not to replace our darts on so many videos we have on this channel. Okay, so if you're still getting confused, you can go through the videos and watch, so you know when to replace and when not to replace your darts. So from here, I'm going to contour the over bust. I always like to use this line and my neckline to contour the over bust. So from here to here, I go in by 0.75, and from here, I go in by 0.75, and that works super perfectly for every size, even a plus size. Okay, so like this, I'm going to connect, and we have all of this as our dart to cut off. All right, so still on the matter, we want to contour the under bust. Contouring the under bust, I'll just place my tape at the center